Hi, welcome to Wandering into the Woods, a podcast brought to you by the creators of Adventures with BG. I'm Linda.
And this is Jarrett.
And today we have our great co-host, sometimes co-host, Jack Morgan.
Hi, guys.
And we are going to talk about really interesting, maybe it'll be more like a conversation. I have not been to Fiesta Texas since high school, which was about 15 to 20 years ago. But recently, Jack and Jarrett went to Fiesta Texas along with another friend of ours. And so I'm wondering, why do I need to go to Fiesta Texas? I don't see the need as a grown woman to go to Fiesta Texas. So Jack and Jarrett are going to tell me about why I should go to Fiesta Texas.
Because of the maximum thrills.
So Six Flags Fiesta Texas is in San Antonio, Texas. There's many, I don't know how many, but more than a few across the U.S. We went to the one in San Antonio. They are open primarily in the summer, and then as you get into the fall and winter, they have reduced hours. It looks like starting in November, they go to weekends only, okay. Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. And your base ticket is going to cost you somewhere between $30 and $50 just to get into the park.
Okay.
And then you also pay $30 for parking.
I think so.
And you can reduce all that if you get a season pass. It covers your ticket and your parking.
How much is the season ticket?
Like 60 to 70.
Yeah, their prices are all wonky because they haven't been open last year. So they're trying to get people in, and they're doing a lot of like 1.5 year season passes.
Like the Schlitterbahn was.
Yeah,
okay.
So like the middle of 2021, if you buy your you can buy a 2022 and it counts for the rest of the 2021.
Okay, I see.
And then they just have tons of other add-ons like picture passes, dining passes.
And they have these fancy like pay every month fees passes. It's like a
they've got some new subscription
diamond,
service.
Yeah, and you get like extra free food or free drink.
Okay, so essentially if I went one time currently and I was going to pay for parking and a ticket, I might as well just get a season pass.
Yeah.
Yes, because it gives you free parking and entry, which is still cheaper than buying parking and...
Yeah, or at least close. And if you go twice, a season pass is definitely the better deal.
Yeah.
Unless you go with someone who has a season pass, then it's a different story.
Yeah, just right in the same car, they get free parking.
And then it's just well, it depends on the day. So if it's a weekend, you're pretty close to a season pass. But if you go on the weekday and pay like $30, then that's a different story.
Yeah. Okay. So price. Okay, so I'm aware of the price for parking, the price for the entrance, and so if I'm going to plan to go there, do I need to buy or plan to spend more money on attractions or items in there?
There are attractions that cost like zip lining and a slingshot.
And the food is kind of expensive, and drinks do cost quite a bit.
And they're not that great.
Do they let me go in with food?
I don't believe they allow food in.
Or drinks?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they'll allow you an empty water bottle.
Okay.
But I don't think they allow liquids or food to come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which rides, can y'all tell me about the rides y'all rode? Like, why, so far, I might as well just go to Schlitterbahn. So, why would I want to go to Fiesta Texas?
If you don't want to get wet.
Good point.
It's dry there. Unless you go to the associated water park. So, you could do both, as we did when we were younger.
Yeah, which, that also costs money. I don't remember how much it costs.
Your season pass gets you in, though.
But your season pass will get you in.
Okay.
So if you do go with the season pass, it'll get you in.
Yeah, so you can do the water park and the roller coaster park.
So tell me about the rides.
There are a lot of roller coasters. I mean, there's some shows there too for kids.
They do shows. They kind of stopped them this year. They did a lot of outside stuff.
Yeah.
They stopped doing their inside shows. But I believe they're starting to come back with them.
Okay.
They also have all the carnival style games where you throw a basketball at a hoop and miss and hope that you can win a giant stuffed toy
for $20 a basketball.
So they get the kids like that. So there's definitely some kid theming there as opposed to like Schlitterbahn.
Okay.
There's more of a dichotomy of what kids and adults.
Yeah, and they've got a wide range of rides for kids through adults.
Mm-hmm.
So which rides did y'all ride?
So we did the Iron Rattler last, which is a classic if you've ever been to Fiesta Texas.
It's new if you've ever ridden the old.
Yeah, I was
Wooden
just to
Rattler.
the wooden rattler. Yeah.
It's iron. They added like steel, like roller coaster. It's still like the big wood base, but they have they have iron, like steel added onto it, so it can go faster and do more things.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I think we tried to ride that one first, and then the Roadrunner right next to it. But of course, our luck, they were long lines, and then they shut them down before we could get on.
Yeah.
So we ended up going back, and we rode the Superman first.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Superman guy? I know I've written it. I don't remember much about it.
It's a hanger, I think. So
You're seated and your feet hang off?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a full body drop down harness, and then your feet hang. And I think it does a lot of loops and barrel rolls. It's not super fast, but a lot of loops and rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, less than some of the other ones, I think. It's just got some more curves too.
Yeah, it's also like 900 years old too.
Yeah, it's one of the older ones I think they have left.
Right. Yeah, I think I have a picture of me back in middle school riding that one.
That or the Joker. That was the backwards one back in the day.
I didn't do the Joker.
Okay.
So is the Joker still there?
No.
So the original Joker one is not there anymore. They, however, made a new Joker ride.
Okay.
Which is like the biggest pendulum ride.
Oh.
Which is just a big circle that spins and they go up and down like a pendulum.
Okay. Cool.
I don't we didn't end up riding it, but it's, I don't know, like the biggest one and the fastest one.
Goes something like 90 miles or 120 miles peak
something
speed.
like that.
So super fast, I guess, if you ride it. If you like spinning.
Okay. What else?
And then we went to the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we tried to ride the Wonder Woman, which is one of
You've
my
ridden it
favorite.
before.
Yeah, which is one of my favorite new rides.
What is this? What is the Wonder Woman?
It's a single rider cart.
Okay.
I don't know. They do like 8 to 10 people in a train, but they have this like weird new harness design.
Okay.
So it's a double harness. They've got an outside metal cage and then a like a bungee inner harness.
Okay.
That gives you the makes you feel like your movement in the harness, so like you're gonna fall out.
Right.
And it's super fast.
Ooh.
And it gives you some crazy drops.
Okay.
But we didn't ride it.
We did not. They decided to let us stand in line for, I don't know, like an hour and turn it off.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it needs maintenance. And they're like, you can wait or not. And we did not.
And this was in September that y'all went?
It was hot, so probably.
Yeah,
I
September
was
or
just trying
August.
to think because like maybe it had to do with the time of year y'all went. But I don't know.
No.
Just wondering.
And then we went over to the boardwalk area.
Yes, which has a lot of younger kid stuff. I think they've got their little arcade and little kid rides, but they also have their go-karts, which is a paid-for thing.
Yeah, and bumper cars.
And bumper cars, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys got to ride in those?
No.
No.
So wait, is the ticket price, does it include the go-karts?
I don't think so.
No,
I think you have to pay
go-karts is
separate.
an extra price tag.
But you can do bumper cars if you're a kid.
Okay.
And then we got in the Pandemonium roller
that's what
coaster.
it's called. It does not look like a very popular ride, but it was okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a kid roller coaster. There's no loops.
What does it do?
There's no loops.
Okay.
It's got some drops and some turns, but it's a 4 cart and you all face each other.
Okay.
And it spins around how it decides. So like as you're doing things, it occasionally rotates.
Okay.
Like those teacups.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone's familiar with that style of ride, but those you spin yourself. This just spins
on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, it was pretty fast, short line, so that made it a lot better.
Okay. And after that?
I'm pretty sure we did well, it's not Scooby-Doo anymore, but I call it the Scooby-Doo ride.
Yeah, it's
Pirates. It's Pirates.
Okay.
Where you sit in I think it's 4-person cart, and then you slowly move through like a maze, and you get to like shoot little
lights, light sensors.
Yeah, and stuff happens, and
you get points or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's great for kids. I don't know how well that stuff is maintained, or
he's just mad because I'm better shot than he is.
And also, I sat in the back, and like by the time I had the chance to shoot things, like they were already like unlit, and I had to wait for them to light up again. And a lot of times I would be past them by then.
That's because that's how good I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and after this one?
After Scooby Doo,
We did the Scream.
Was it Scream?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where you go.
Yeah.
It's one of those towers where you go up, they shoot you up real fast, maybe hang you and drop you or in some sort of order.
Oh, God.
It was a super long line.
Uh-huh.
And we were towards the back to the middle, and they're like, we need 3 people. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's us. And they're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jarrett definitely came in clutch on that because
Yeah.
we were real far back. And he's like, yeah, there's 3 of us. And no one else was paying attention.
Some other guy was like, there's 2 of us, we'll go. And they're like, no. And I'm like, he said it first, he can go. And they were like, no, 3. And I'm like, oh, us then. They're like, come on.
Great. That worked out for y'all.
Yeah, it worked out really well. We just started walking over lines.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we cut a lot of lines, and people looked very confused. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And it's one of the best rides there.
Uh-huh.
One of my least favorites. I just don't really like tower rides.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either, like with
The
straight
free
drops.
fall.
Yeah, not a big fan of that feeling in my stomach right as you're about to fall or as you're falling.
It's okay. When we take you, we'll ride it first.
No.
No, okay, fine. We'll do Roadrunner Express as a warm-up
Y'all
roller
haven't
coaster.
convinced me yet that I need to go to Fiesta Texas, so
Yeah.
keep
But-
telling me.
But think about the Roadrunner Express.
I'm not sure I am familiar with the Roadrunner Express. What is it?
It's the little kid version of the Iron Rattler.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no loops, but it's got a little bit of drops and some stuff.
I don't think the Iron Rattler has a loop.
I thought they added one.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe they don't
I
have it.
thought it was
don't
just
remember.
a lot of ups and downs on a shaky.
Yeah, maybe.
It's also like one of the fastest roller coasters.
Yeah.
Or it might not be anymore, but it's the
It
fastest
was.
they have in the park.
Yeah. And then after we did the Scream, what did we go do?
Was it Poltergeist?
It was the Poltergeist.
Which they revamped completely.
And they had it themed out for Fright Fest.
And what's that one?
The Poltergeist.
The Poltergeist, yeah.
So it is a zero to high speed. I think it's 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how they
And-
normally take you up and like click, 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 click,
Mhm.
and they drop you? They
Yeah.
just do this countdown and then shoot you out of this cannon thing.
Oh wow.
Except
okay.
for there's no like boom or anything. They're just like 1, 2, and then you go. Like they
I
give you a
would-
false count.
I would assume magnets.
Yeah.
And that does a lot of loops.
Okay.
It's
100% loop.
yeah. There's no like real drops. It's all barrel rolls and loops.
Yeah.
It's real popular.
And inside is haunted house theme if you make it inside, like
Yeah.
from the Poltergeist movie.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think like a month before we went, I think some people got stuck on it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they weren't stuck upside down.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sure they were, but
probably. Yeah, but they revamped it 100%.
Okay, so y'all survived that one,
Yeah,
and after that, it sounds like it's been a long day already at this point, and you've gotten to do several rides.
yeah. And then the last one was the Iron Rattler.
yeah, we went
Because you
back to
can't
that.
go and not ride it.
Right.
Because it's their main attraction.
I mean, why? Yeah. Okay.
It was
Yeah.
definitely a good one.
Yeah, like it's got a huge drop. But it's fun.
So did you all end up closing the park or?
That was pretty close because at 6, I think they switch over to Fright Fest, and I don't know that you have to leave, but
Okay.
that's when Fright Fest starts. So we were pretty close to that time.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there are 2 other new attractions since the last time you went,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe more. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if they had the boomerang when you went.
I don't remember either.
It's a smaller roller coaster. It just like it takes you one way and then it sends you the same way backwards.
Okay.
And it's like a loop, right? Just
yeah.
a loop.
And it does like some flips and stuff, but it's a smaller version,
Yeah.
smaller attraction. But they have the Batman,
Okay.
which is I don't know if you remember, it's very carnival ride-esque. It sits you in 2 people side by side facing 2 other people,
Mm-hmm.
and the chairs rotate while the whole coaster moves and rotates.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, so it's maximum
Yeah.
spin.
Oh God.
You spin on your spins.
Oh God. You
Yeah.
better take your what's it called, the Dramamine before you go to this.
Yeah.
And it has the same or similar harness to the Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So it has the outside hard cage, and then it's got the inside stretchy harness.
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of movement that it feels like, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, you're losing control.
And then they've got the Goliath, which we didn't get to ride.
It's supposed to be the tallest there or something now.
Something like that. And it is also a full harness hanger.
Okay.
So you drop down harness on top, and then your feet hang off.
I think that one's even more of a hanger too. I don't even know that you're like in a seat or less of a seat than
the Superman is attached to the coaster on the bottom, and then the Goliath is attached to the top.
There we go.
So I think you get crazier turns.
Yeah.
Instead of like your regular coasters.
Oh yeah, because I saw
turns
you do an outside
turns.
turn, on one of them instead of an inside turn.
So you can get some crazy spins in there.
Oh wow.
Oh, and then that terrible, I think it looks terrible, but steampunk ride.
Oh yeah, I don't know, it just goes real slow, and it lifts you up. You're in like a little cart, and it just a little cart airplane, and it just slowly spins you while going in a circle.
Yeah, so you go in a circle, and it spins you to like your left or your right side.
Kind of like a pendulum.
Yeah,
interesting.
It just makes you do flips the entire time as you spin in a circle.
That's really weird.
People loved it. The line was huge.
Yeah, okay.
And people were like,
might be
heck
good.
yeah, it looked terrible. I mean, if you like to do flips and just spin in a circle while doing a circle, like, I guess.
I'm sure people love it, Jared.
I think so, because the line said so. It just didn't look that fun. I like drops personally.
Yeah, he's not a spinny guy.
No, spins are not for me. Do the drops.
I also prefer the drops.
Except for the scream.
I prefer the roller, the fast drops.
Yeah. And then they're working on some new ride that's supposed to come out September or summer of 2022. I don't know what it is, but they had signs up about it everywhere. Dr. Something or Other's new ride.
I think that's supposed to be on the part of the steampunk theme.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, y'all have made some really compelling arguments for why I should go to Fiesta Texas. I mean, is there anything else I should know about?
I mean, if you can avoid the food there, I probably would save the money.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
Although it sounds like y'all were there all day, so you're gonna have to eat at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try and eat something. I mean, they'll let you go back out to your vehicle. You can leave and come back.
Yeah, you can get a hand stamp.
Yeah.
You can do that, or you can eat breakfast and then eat a lunch there and then eat a dinner when you leave.
Okay.
That way you're limited to one meal instead of 3.
Yeah,
that's true.
They also have like food cards. Like most places do. You like pay like $100 and you get your 2 meals a day.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like the best thing, but I mean, if you run around with like 4 kids, it might be helpful.
Yeah,
for sure.
I didn't know this, but a lot of people probably do. If anywhere selling open cup drinks, you can just ask for a cup of water and they give it to you.
And it's a big cup. It's not like tiny dentist cup where you have like 4 ounces of water to rinse your mouth.
That's probably for the best because it's hot out there and y'all are,
It was much appreciated.
Yeah.
Or if you're wild like me and only drink soda, they've got a all-day soda cup and a all-season soda cup. And I would definitely recommend, if you're going to go more than once, get the all-season.
Okay.
One's like $20 and the other one's like $30 or $40. But I mean, if you go, 3 times and drink free soda all day, it's not too bad.
Probably like an $8 soda anyway. So
right, yeah,
they're not cheap.
Yeah, Schlitterbahn had that style too.
Right.
So apparently, it's the thing that companies are moving to. And I joked when we were at Schlitterbahn about just driving down to New Braunfels like once a day to get a 32-ounce cup of cola.
Soda.
Yeah, it's like I came down to get my soda.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing and telling me about this visit. I'm gonna give it some thought and see if I go next year, or later this year. We'll see. But in the meantime, if you guys want to, you listeners out there want to learn more about our experience in Fiesta Texas or any other adventure that we've been on, you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. We are Adventures with BG. Those are the letters B and G.
If you like the podcast, go ahead and subscribe so you can stay up to date. We'd also appreciate any 5-star review you could give us in iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. It helps us grow and get more listeners.
And as always, stay safe as you wander into the woods.